Vamos. Vamos a continuar un día más con la no hit de Sekiro, ¿vale? En el final Shura. Y nada, día número 3, ¿vale? Ayer, vamos, los primeros 2 días estuvimos pasándonos el juego de modo casual, yendo rápido por el camino que más o menos pensábamos que iba a ser el correcto. Y nada, ayer terminamos el juego y estuvimos viendo pues algunos speedruns. Vimos las dos primeras no hits más rápidas del mundo ahora mismo. Y me ha hecho gracia, he visto aquí Sekiro KFC no hit y es una foto de un pollo. Bueno. Em, y eso, y la idea de hoy va a ser, ¿vale? Empezar con el tema de, pues, viendo guías, ¿vale? Ayer estuvimos viendo un par de speedruns, pues hoy vamos a ver alguna guía, ¿vale? He encontrado dos guías en la página de Team Hitless. La otra la he estado dejando un poco, pero no me ha terminado de convencer mucho. Y esta, pues, me ha gustado más porque parece que va como más al grano, es más rápida y va más al grano a por las cosas que interesan. Aunque ya digo, hay algunos jefes que he visto que no explica, que por ejemplo ayer en los speedruns vimos algunos trucos para matar a algunos jefes, que aquí por ejemplo en esta guía pues no utiliza esos trucos. A lo mejor es porque esta guía por ejemplo tiene 5 meses, a lo mejor hace 5 meses no se sabía estos trucos, o a lo mejor simplemente pues que esta persona, Ashinduf, que se llama su canal de YouTube, pues a lo mejor esta persona pues simplemente no utiliza esos trucos y lo decide hacer de forma consistente de otra forma. Entonces, ya digo, iremos viendo al final, pues partiré hoy de esta guía como referencia, ¿vale? Y luego ya, pues si vemos que podemos aprender algún truco especial para algún jefe o tal, para matarlo de alguna forma distinta, pues ya pues me iré documentando y lo iremos viendo, ¿vale? Pero bueno, ahora de momento ya digo, la idea de hoy va a ser ver esta guía que dura una horita, ¿vale? Entonces la vamos a ver del tirón. Y luego si veo que me apetece y tenemos tiempo y tal, pues después de ver esta guía y haber tomado notas, pues podemos hacer una run con mods, ¿vale? Pasarme el juego una vez con mods y ya está. En otra horita o así deberíamos pasarnos el juego sin problema, teniendo mods, ¿vale? He puesto también, voy a quitar aquí para que veáis la pantalla. Vale, he puesto aquí en la interfaz ya, pues el tema de los splits, ¿vale? Según lo que estuvimos viendo ayer. Vale, al final hay 14 jefes, ¿vale? Si no me he dejado ninguno y si están todos en orden, luego ya lo veremos si está todo en orden y está todo bien. Pero bueno, en principio va a haber 14 jefes, ¿vale? Que son los que aparecen aquí a la izquierda en la pantalla. Y luego abajo pues he preparado ahí pues, simplemente pues cuando esté jugando, ¿vale? Pues que voy a tener los mods de vida infinita, guardia infinita y objetos infinitos, ¿vale? Para dejarlo ahí como claro. Pues por si alguien entra y dice qué cojones, porque estás jugando con chetos, ¿no? Pues que quede claro que obviamente va a ser solo para practicar. Cuando estemos haciendo intentos reales, obviamente no se podrá tener mods y los quitaré, obviamente. ¿Vale? Pero ahora, pues estos días para practicar, pues viene muy bien tener estos mods. Y luego he visto también, a lo mejor puedo ponerme un mod para hacer menos daño y que así pueda practicar pues los jefes más tiempo, ¿no? Que el hecho de yo tener menos daño, pues hace que los jefes tengan más vida, ¿no? Y puedo practicarlos durante más tiempo. Y puede ser también una opción interesante, ¿vale? Así que nada, de momento no me enrollo más con esto, ¿vale? Vamos a poner la guía. Voy a quitar, para que no moleste la pantalla, vamos a quitar esto, vamos a quitar esto y ya está, ¿vale? Y ya digo, la idea de hoy va a ser ver esta guía, ¿vale? De Ashen Dev, ¿vale? Se llama el canal de YouTube y ya está, ¿vale? Vamos al lío.
Yo, what's up, everybody? My name is Devin, and I'm going to be teaching you how to no-hit Sekiro, for the main ending, or not the main ending, like the Shura ending, the quickest one, where you fight Emma and Ishin. So this is about a 40-minute run, roughly. I believe my in-game time at the end of the run was like 35 minutes. I don't believe I show it in this because I did end up dying to Emma, and I took a hit to Ape as well, and I'm in Giraffe. But I have other videos that I'm going to be overlaying that with, so I can show you guys exactly how to deal with that. So I'm not going to show you guys the hits just because there's no reason in showing you a hit if I'm doing the strat wrong. So basically, what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn this down. Um, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into new game, obviously, You cannot start from a continued file. We're gonna go in a new game, and we're basically just gonna start kicking. Just gonna start jump kicking. You can see my controller. You can see my controller. Actually, you can't. Wait, yeah, you can. Yeah, you can see my controller input at the bottom. Pretty much, that's just a jump. That's a jump that you can get. That's kind of difficult. Um, but there's no real reason to, other than like a slight, I believe, 2-second time save. Not even. Nothing crazy important. But yeah, you just jump through here. This is a pretty lenient pathing. You just want to jump straight to like right over here. This little corner between the fence and the staircase. You just want to jump up there, and then you'll get to this little point, and then when you reach the point, you can jump over to the platform. This point right there, that little edge, and then you can just jump, and you can just go straight into the window. There's no reason to grab the ledge there. So here is something very important for at least this routing. You don't necessarily have to have it, but you want to turn your subtitles off in your settings because there's a thing called dialogue skips in this game, and you can skip a lot of dialogue that is completely unneeded by just.
Vale, esto lo he visto también bueno, lo he visto ya de antes, de la otra guía incluso también lo mencionaba, ¿vale? Que en el menú de ajustes básicamente lo que está diciendo es que nos interesa desactivar los subtítulos, ¿vale? Porque cuando tú tienes los subtítulos tienes que spamear el botón de X para, bueno, X o la E en el teclado o clic izquierdo del ratón, da igual. Tienes que pulsar un botón para que pasen esos subtítulos y hasta que no pasan todos los subtítulos no termina el diálogo. En cambio, si le das a la opción de que no haya subtítulos, con que tú le des solo a un botón, automáticamente termina todo el diálogo. O sea, no va por partes, como van los subtítulos, sino que termina todo el diálogo del tirón, ¿vale? Entonces, pues está mencionando que a lo largo de la ruta, de la run, pues es interesante tener eso desactivado, ¿vale? Yo de momento creo que lo voy a dejar activado, porque sí que me interesa, pues, más o menos saber cuándo tengo que dar a los diálogos y cuándo no. Eh, entonces de momento lo voy a dejar activado, ¿vale? Pero sí que es verdad que cuando vayamos a hacer runs ya serias, pues hay que acordarse de quitar los subtítulos, ¿no? Para ganar un poco de tiempo.
Pressing start, but if you have subtitles on, you have to go through all the dialogue. So make sure your subtitles are off. But you'll talk to him. You'll spam through his dialogue until you get the healing gourd. You'll press start, and then you will grab this ledge and then do a jump kick out of it, and then just run through the rest of the tutorial. This is a kind of like an intermediate guide for people who are wanting a faster time. Definitely sub hour. It's sub 40 for this route, which is definitely a fast pace for like a first run. But if you want to learn the faster strats, this is definitely what you want to go with. It isn't anything crazy inconsistent. All the strats are fairly consistent. I've got them down almost like 100%. I do it all in a live run. So with enough practice, anything can be consistent. So there's tech coming up called dead angling. It's where you attack a character or like an enemy from its side while locked off, and you can get in a lot of like body hits because they don't block your attacks. And I'll explain it a little bit more once we actually get into the fight. So you just start with an R1, and then so what you want to do with this guy, and with like most of the enemies in this game, you want to attack them until they deflect your attack, not block. So if you see, I go in, and he'll block my attack, and then I attack again, he'll deflect it, and then I react to his attack. Like that. He deflects it, and then I react to his attack, and you just do that kind of loop over and over again. So here's the first set of dead angling. And this is, it's, you don't have to do this, it's just a way to make the fight faster. So if you attack an enemy from its side, while locked off, how I am here, you can get in, I believe it's 5 hits here, or it's 4 hits and then he blocks the 5th. So you attack from, like, his side, like this. It takes a little bit of practice. Here's an interesting punish. You'll parry 3 times, and then you'll lock off, and then you'll sprint directly back, and then you'll loop back around to parry the last attack in the combo. 1, 2, 3, run back, parry the last. Make sure to lock off. If you don't lock off, you'll get a slow dash, and you'll just get hit every single time. This you'll parry twice, and then, so for that move, it's a little interesting. because I don't think I actually show it. I probably show it in Geni 2. But you'll parry twice, and then you'll attack with an R1 or a charged R1. It doesn't really matter. Um, so you do the dead angles here, and you can go into this attack. It'll be a double 1-2, and then you attack in the middle, and then he'll do 2 more attacks. You parry those. It's the same pacing as the other attacks, and then you'll unlock and dash to the right behind him. I'm sure I show it in phase 3 of Genichiro castle. Yeah, so you just dodge out of the way of that slam. This guy's honestly not that bad. You'll get a feel for it. Dodge the Makiris, or dodge the thrust, not Makiris. Just because you don't want to have to deal with parrying it, because that's much slower. Yeah, he isn't very difficult. There's a little bit of tech that goes into it, but you'll eventually get a feel for everything. Just comes with practice. So here you'll just jump through there, and then you'll get the... It's faster to just jump through here. But you'll get the Shinobi prosthetic, and then just jump up here, grapple. Run through, just like normal. There's nothing really crazy here. Oh, Omega Lol, that was my failed attempt, hold on. Okay. So, you'll come up. You'll come up, you'll just grapple there. And there's an Akko in this cave if you want to grab that. There's no reason to, but you can. For a faster Gyobu. So there's a little cave down here on the right here. There's a little opening there, and there's an Akko inside. And you can grab that and just grapple back up if you want to. So you'll want to jump like at the edge of this rock right here, and then grapple here. Pick up the scotching, and then you'll do a 180 turn on your camera, and you'll run along this branch. But to jump and get this grapple, you want to turn left after you jump. So like kind of curve left on the stick, not like jump full throttle left, obviously. Because then you'll just end up way over here. But you want to jump and kind of curve left a little bit, so you end up more over here, and then you'll get the grapple. If you just jump straight, you'll probably miss. So yeah, like I kind of curve left a little bit, and then you get the grapple. Nothing too crazy there. So here you'll equip Gachin. If you have the Akko, equip the Akko, and then equip Fistful of Ash and your Homeward Idol. So you'll get to the edge of the staircase, you'll Gachin, and then you'll sprint straight up to the side of Ogre. And then when you... Okay, actually, no. So there's a flag here. So when you get to right here, you're going to want to jump. Because that'll avoid the aggro of these two guys. If you run straight through, you will end up actually aggroing them most of the time. I feel like I've had like one time where I've had them not aggro, but it's not consistent. So when you get to the edge of this flag right here, or like on the flag, you'll just jump. If you watch, I jump. Yeah. And then you'll sprint straight up to the side of him. You'll crouch, and then just R1, and you'll get the death blow. So he staggers on 10 hits here. So the opening is pretty... It's not very difficult, actually. You can do it a little safer, you can dodge the attack, but I just like attack around him. So you'll do 3 attacks to his front, and then you'll curve to the left, and then you'll attack more behind him. If you watch, that's how I do it. 1, 2, 3, curve to the left, attack behind. And he staggers on the 10th hit. You can always get the 10th hit for free, so it's a free stagger on the start. And then you can parry the slams, dodge the overheads. Overall, a pretty easy fight. You want to try to get the death blow from his back instead of his front because it's faster. He goes through a whole different animation if you get him on his front, and it's much longer. So you just you run straight through the front here. Drop down. No need to grab that idol. Nothing too spectacular here. So there's a little jump here. If you jump right at the edge of that, and then curve to hit that little stump, and then jump, you'll get that grapple. You can also just take the other way, but that's just kind of faster. So here's something kind of important. When you get straight up here, you'll want to hug this ledge, and you'll want to tap right on the stick over and over again. Don't just hold it, but you'll want to tap. So instead of going like this, you'll just tap across. And then once you get to the edge of this icicle right here, you'll jump over here. So like once you get to the left side, you'll just jump straight across, and then you can skip the aggro, or not skip the aggro, but you can run around the snake instead of actually hitting him in the palanquin, or palanquin, whatever it's called. So if you see, I tap right on the stick, and then once I get here, I'll jump across. This really isn't anything too difficult. So you'll run around the right side of the palanquin over here to the shadow, and then jump and get that grapple. Now, once I get up into Gyobu, I accidentally used a gaching sugar. I accidentally ticked the up on the D-pad. And I show you actually where to get another gaching, but you don't have to. You only need 3 gaching for this run. So I end up grabbing an extra gaching in Senpo, which isn't needed by any means if you're actually using your items right. So you'll pick up this Akko, jump straight up here, and then you'll sprint into this little area here, crouch, and then jump up to get this grapple. And that avoids a shot. You can theoretically get shot here. It's very rare. So if you want, you could just DM me, or make a comment in this video, and I can share a separate strat if you'd like. You'll pick up those ashes, and then you'll come up here and you'll do 6 hits to his side, and then you'll run like adjacent to him, and then you'll parry that attack. He can do an attack on the other side as well. So if you see, he attacks from like your angle right here, so you can just immediately parry it. But there's another variation where he can attack on the other side and then back, and you'll just run more with him and then parry it. Gyobu's very, 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 very difficult whenever you're first starting out. He is not easy, by any means. He's probably gonna be your hardest boss, believe it or not, for sure. If you're doing him without firecrackers, especially. You want to watch a lot of videos on fights. You want to fight him on low damage. These are all very, very good practice techniques. So you could do like New Game +7, AP1, Demon Bell Charmless, Sword only if you don't want to use buffs for even less damage. Those will give you like the longest fights possible. There's saves online that you can download. But you really want to practice this guy. You can do hob strats if you'd like, I guess. It's very, very not fun to do. A fast Gyobu is always more fun. But there's always stuff you can improve on with Gyobu. Like even now there's probably stuff that I can improve on. But a few main things to note here. Whenever he goes into a like running, you try not to get him to run, because it's obviously a time loss. So if you can stop him from running, that's obviously best. But if he does run, you grapple and then you attack to his backside and then you bait a kick, which will deal a lot of posture damage, and he actually buffers the attack he would do before, so you just get that free parry as well. You can also do 2 kicks. It's very rare, but it has happened to me before. It will probably throw you off. You just gotta kind of think about it. So here's the full fight here. So that punish is kind of actually inconsistent. But if he goes into that slam, if he does the like spin and then like an overhead, like he'll spin around and then he'll go into a big overhead. I think he actually does it in this. If not, then I'm sorry. You always have to kind of understand what I'm talking about. He will go like mainly the overhead attacks. You attack 3 times, and then you do a back left like backstep, and then you parry his attack, and then you do another back left backstep, and then you parry his other attack. That's just a really, really nice punish if you can pull it off. And those are 2 backsteps there, and then here he staggers. That was the attack that I was talking about. So you want to try and kill him on a stagger as much as possible, because killing him on a stagger, if he does stagger, he will run away. So that's just another time loss. He staggers on the 9th hit. If you get a parry death blow, he does not reset his stagger. So like, let's say I was fighting him and he ends up like, say I hit him 8 times, he didn't stagger, but he got the death blow option. If I were to get a parry death blow and attack him, he would die on the or he would stagger on the first hit of phase 2. But if you kill him with just a normal R1, his poise meter resets, so you can get in the full 9 hits again. So you run the. I tend to run the direction of the fog gate here, so I tend to run over here, and then I Akko for phase 2. And then you grapple, and then you do 2 hits to his backside and to bait a kick. The kick doesn't always happen, but it's really common. So after these 2 slams, you can attack 3 times to his butt as well, and then bait a kick. This is that spin attack that I was talking about. But he'll do the same like backstep move after that. But yeah, he's gonna take a lot of practice. He's very difficult. Like I said, if you have any questions, you can post it in the comments, DM me, whatever. I don't really mind either
Yo,
or.
voy a practicarlo mucho porque
If you
no
want
me
to
queda
fight me
quedado
on
claro
Discord,
de
you
nada.
can look into my Twitch link on my YouTube channel.
Al final de practicarlo, de
Just
matarlo un montón de
there,
veces,
just
pues nos
so I
quedaremos
just
con la
won't
copla.
remind
Pero
me
ahora
anymore.
mismo, pues como que no.
So here, when you get to Tengu, you're gonna spam through his dialogue and hold down on the D-pad as I'm doing here. Because it'll instantly give you the second option. So you always want to refuse his dialogue. Otherwise, it's going to be a major, like, 45-second time loss. Because you have to go and kill a rat to continue his questline. But yeah, you just go from here straight to the idol over here, and then you use your memory, and then open the door. And this should be about, like, 8 minutes in, I'd say. 8 to 9. Yeah, use your memory, and then you go through the big old door. This enemy, you can run around his right side and kill him for ultimate safety, but I don't. I just jump, I believe. Yeah, I sometimes kill him, so that's why I was a little confused. I wasn't sure exactly what I did. Yeah, you just run around this little scaffolding railing here, and then you pick up this Akko, jump up and grapple. Now this running section's a little bit tight here, on how to skip the aggro of these 2 dudes. So you'll run through here. These guys will not aggro you until you're basically in front of them. So you skip their aggro by getting on the right side of this little rock mountain here, or mountain, not really a mountain, but like a rock basically, and then you jump over here, like along the side of this wall, and it'll skip their aggro completely, like that, and they don't aggro. You kill this guy, get to this plank right here, and then you Akko. This strat is a little interesting. You basically want to bait out his first move. That will hit you if you're not close. He can do an immediate like barrel move, not barrel, but like a dash toward you, puts his head down and like shovels up, or he can do this move, which is why I kind of just tend to hang back. So the strat here for Bull is you want, as soon as he is out of a drift, which I guess this isn't a drift. I'll show you what I mean by drift. He'll like kind of curve, like slide against the ground. You want to get in front of his head and dash to the left through his attack, and that'll open up for a loop that you can do. So he drifts here, I get in front of his head, and then dash to the left of his head, and then you get kind of like behind him. He'll do that move. That's a free headshot. Free headshot. And he can also do that move, which you can attack him while he's doing it. If you're on that side. If you're on the other side, it's not safe, which is why we stay on this side. But he'll run away, and then he'll like immediately tend to do a drift as after this as well. So he'll run, drift, get in front of his head, dash left, and then continue the loop. It'll take a little bit of practice, maybe 20 minutes, but it's pretty simple. When he
Vale.
staggers, you can get a hit or two on his head, and then go back to the side.
Muy interesante
Stagger
esta
there,
strat del toro.
and then you
Muy
can hit
interesante.
stomp to get him to the
Lo
ground,
probaremos a ver si sale.
or wait, and you death blow.
O sea, mantenerse a la izquierda y cuando haga el giro este de que apoya el cuerno en el suelo, como quedarte delante, de asear a la izquierda y luego puedes forzar ahí a meter
So
ataques
you'll
fuertes en la
jump up to
cabeza.
get this grapple here.
Lo probaremos a ver si
Missed.
sale.
You'll just take this same pathing. So you want to get up on this ledge up here. And you'll stay along the right side of this line here, and then like try and stay on the corner, I'd say, up here, while crouch walking, and it'll aggro this guy to yellow, this guy up here, and he'll start walking this way, and that'll give you ample time to run through this side and jump up, and he'll be over here, so he won't aggro you, like full aggro. See, he goes yellow, crouch over here, and then just sprint on through, and he walks the other way. So this is a this is a skip called frontside. I don't know why I did this in the guide, but I guess I'll explain it to you. So you'll get like right about here. I'd say, you know, right where the shadow ends, and then you're going to jump out this way, and then at the same time you're going to want to kick off of the wall. It's so dumb. Just it, it's very tricky. If you want to, you can look up backside dojo skip, and it'll teach you that one as well, which is only like I'd say 10 seconds slower maybe. But you get up here, and then you do a jump, kick off the wall, and flip midair. If you'd like, here I'll get my thing off the screen so you can watch my controller inputs. My controller inputs. You can watch my controller inputs.
A ver.
It takes a little bit of practice, but
Vale.
it's
Habrá que
really
mirarlo
not
eso
difficult
también.
when you're used to it.
Si no, ya digo, hay
So
otro
here's
skip
Genichiro cheese.
que es un poco más
Genichiro
lento,
cheese
pero
is
sé que
very
hay otro
interesting.
skip.
It has to deal with dead angles again, which is what we did at the start of Genichiro Phase 1, or Genichiro 1. So you're going to run until you reach this line here. Hold on. This line here. You're going to want to get to this line, and then you're going to attack like right at that line. You're going to attack twice to this side, and then you're going to dash, and then you're going to jump up, and you're going to move over here, and that'll put him directly in position. So 1, 2, dash, jump up. He's directly in position. And then you land and you face this wall completely, a little bit angled to the right, not completely straight. And then you do 4 hits, and then you wait until your character starts to walk, like this very start of the walk animation, and then you'll do 4 more hits, and then just over and over again. And if you see him kind of sidestep, so like a stutter step into the corner here, he's gonna arrow. So whenever he goes up into the air, just dash into his character model. 2, 3, 4. Wait until your character starts to walk. 2, 3, 4. You can see he arrows whenever he backsteps.
Vale, a ver,
This is
a ver
pretty
si sale
simple.
esto. Igualmente habrá que
Then you kind of
practicar la
want to
pelea
back
normal,
and
pero,
then get the death blow angled to where he goes back into the corner.
pero si conseguimos que salga eso consistente.
So kind of just angle him whenever you're death blowing into the corner instead of like completely flat.
Vale.
Now for phase 3, whenever you open, you're going to immediately Akko and then hold as much back on the stick as you can. until you see your characters start to walk back, and they'll completely miss the opener Makiri, since we don't have a Makiri counter as of right now. So you'll immediately Akko, and then you'll hold back on the stick, and then walk back, and it'll miss. This you can just attack right through. You'll dodge his slams, because again, we don't have Makiri. If he gives that lightning on a weird angle like that, if he's like straight onto you and he does the lightning, then you can just attack through. If he's kind of angled and then does the lightning, you have to dodge. You can always dodge for max consistency if you like, so you don't have to worry about like changing strats. You'll just get more of a general feel for it. Dodge to the right of the Makiri or thrust. So he was straight on there, so you could just attack right through. So here, we'll just wait for that cutscene. And you'll walk, and then you'll get straight to Kuro. This is where we do the first set of dialogue skips. So you'll get to Kuro, and you'll hold down on the D-pad, and you'll just spam through his dialogue. After you select his dialogue option, you can skip. So just press start. So I'm holding down. After I select the dialogue option, I press start to skip the rest, and then you talk to him again, spam through until you get his item, and then skip. Get to the incense burner, skip immediately, talk to him, skip immediately, and then go to the idol. Use your memory, and then talk to him again, and go out the window. It's very important to use the memory here so you get this idol unlocked. So you'll talk to Ishin here, you'll activate his first set of dialogue, and you'll go down to the second. As soon as you click the second, you can skip and then bone the temple. So you exhaust his first set, it'll give you the second set after you exhaust it all, and then you can skip and then bone the dilapidated temple. And this is where you'll talk to the sculptor and use and get the skill book. So you'll immediately talk to him and skip, and then you'll talk to him and skip again. And you'll get the book, and then you bone, or not bone, you rest at the idol and then travel to Ashina Castle. This is the path to Senpo Temple.
No se pone las habilidades en este momento. Qué raro.
This is a pretty simple line. There's nothing you really have to worry about here. It's all the running sections for this game really aren't bad. It's not like the other FromSoft games, especially if you're using gotching, which again you only need 3 gotching in this run. All the other running sections don't require it at all. And I use L2 to run. You can hold circle to run as well. Like default controls. You can remap your controls however you'd like. I'm just letting you know that I use L2 to sprint and I use circle to dash. Or not dash, grapple. So you'll get those Akkos. Those are pretty important. You can just jump right at the edge there like that. And that guy will always miss you. This edge here, you just jump. And then here, you'll want to dash or swim until you get to this part over here. If you try and go over here, it won't work and you'll just stand there and get shot because it's not a perfect incline. So if you come over here to the right side, you'll walk straight up and then just run past. This bullet will never hit you and that guy will never hit you. And they will never follow you in here. You just gotta wait for this slow elevator. Now whenever I come up here, I grab an extra gotching because I accidentally used that one at Gyobu. You don't have to grab this gotching if you don't want to at all. You can just run straight through. You don't also have to talk to this painting if you don't want to. I talked to the painting to stop her dialogue so I can grab the gotching quicker. Otherwise, you're just going to be standing there for a minute. So you can just run straight over here. Don't land on that branch. I didn't mean to do that. Just jump straight through. You won't take any fall damage over here. Don't land on that branch. I didn't mean to do that. Just jump straight through. You won't take any fall damage. Pick up this Akko. Now you only need to grab one of these. I grabbed both, not thinking about it. You can grab that one as well, if you would like. And you just jump, and then you take this exact pathing. You'll run through the grass here, up here, and then straight to the branch here. And if you do that properly, there's a arrow that will sometimes miss you. It'll look like it can hit you, but I've never been hit by it in my life. But yeah, jump up, get that branch, run through. This is a very consistent pathing. There's nothing wrong with this. It's like a 1 in a million chance a stray throwing knife can hit you. You just run straight through. Jump over, get to the left side of that, and then you're safe. Roberto's gonna also take a little bit of practice. There's not really much that you can explain for him other than don't attack too many times or you're gonna get insted. So you'll get right up here, you'll Akko, and then you run in, you immediately R1 him, and he can go into 3 different attacks. He can go into an attack from this side, he can go into a slam, or he can go into a shove. So you only want to attack once, because if he shoves, then you can't get an extra R1 in, and you'll just instantly get hit. So he goes into this combo, and I actually dash this move to get a bunch of punishes and to make it to where you won't ever get dead angled. 1, 2, 3. You can R1 there if you'd like, and then you just kind of back up into a corner to get closer to the wall. And then he's honestly not that bad. You just gotta practice him. A lot of this just comes down to practice. This isn't like a full boss guide. It's mainly just explaining some strats. Or mainly just explaining the route. So here, you actually want to, this is kind of important, you want to stay on the right side over here. Don't ever go over here because there's an enemy over here in a running section leading up to monkeys that can actually aggro to you. Because his aggro chain, he's either way up here or he's down here. I don't remember. Yeah, he's up here. But if you run more along this side, it'll actually start his aggro chain. And that's no bueno. So just take this grapple straight up here to this grapple. And then you'll take this left side. Don't go over here because there's a rat over here that can't aggro to you. Just take that grapple, get up here, grab the sledge, jump up, grapple, jump up, grapple, gotching, and then just run through here. Like so. Now here is a little tech to skip the aggro of this guy to make it to where you can open the door. There's a path that you can run all the way around to be able to get to him, like, to be able to get to monkeys a little bit slower. But if you just jump here and then jump this way, it'll skip the aggro of this bald monk. So then he won't start aggroing to you and you can open this door completely free.
Interesante.
It's a little time save. But you can run around the left side all the way through here and then get to monkeys that way. And this gotcha will last you with either strat. I believe gotching lasts 45 seconds, so there's no issue there. So you'll spawn in, get the bell, and then you'll dash back, and then attack once. It'll kill that monkey. Jump up. death blow him. You'll get over to this monkey. You'll drop down, and then I believe it's 3 attacks will kill him. Yep. And then grapple up here to the branch, and then run straight through. This purple monkey will drop. He'll jump up, and then you jump up to follow him, and then just kill him. He won't run away in this arena because it's dark and he can't see. Simple. So you'll run through, get the Mortal Blade, rest of this idol, and then use your memory. And then these skills are very important. Very, 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 very important to get these exact skills. Otherwise, your route will be completely messed up and you won't be able to do even half of the strats that I do. So you'll get Makiri counter, Whirlwind Slash. I believe this is Midair Deflect. Yeah, Midair Deflect, this emblem, and then you'll get Midair Combat Arts. And this is the skill that you really want. You really, really, really want Midair Combat Arts, because whenever you do an MD, Mortal Draw in this game, if you jump and use a Mortal Draw midair, you actually get a 50% bonus to your damage, which is insanely pog. You 100% want that damage bonus. Don't want to miss out on that. If you have enough skills, you can get that other emblem. It's not necessary, though. So you'll go to Kuro's room, and you'll have to make sure to get this key. If you miss the key, you can always go back, but there's no reason to make an extra trip, so just grab it here. Now, the gunfort pathing with gotching really isn't that precise. It looks scary, but it's honestly, it's not bad. If you're not using gotching, oh boy, is it a little difficult. And by a little, I mean a lot. So you just take this pathing straight through the middle here, this middle, like, road. Those monkeys will never hit you. So you'll run through here and then go on the left side of this little house hut thing, and you'll jump off, and you'll get this grapple. Just jump out at the corner of that railing. And this is important. If you watch, I stay on the right side here because I'll explain it a little bit. If you run along this side, this cliff actually will make it to where this gunner over here will see you. And you don't want to take this because he'll see you a lot earlier and just shoot you out of the air. So you want to stay along this right pathing and then pick up the idol, and then you can jump or not the idol, the item. And then you can jump and see he aggro's here. He would aggro a lot earlier if you took the other path. You just run straight through. He'll never hit you. Jump across here and then use an immediate gotching. Jump here. And whenever you land here, you want to immediately crouch because the gunners over here won't see you. And then once you get to the edge of this here, you can sprint. Get to this line here, this like before this brown spot, and then you can jump off to the right. When the branch is off screen, you can jump, or you can grapple. So I wait until this branch is like completely off screen up here, and then I grapple up. So you want to be kind of low there, and then you want to walk over here, jump to the side, just for max safety, and then just crouch in this corner until they both de-aggro.
Bueno,
Once they de-aggro, you'll just be able to jump through.
qué interesante esto. No me gusta lo de esperar a que un enemigo me haga diagro en un speedrun. Pero bueno, probaremos y si es la forma más
Jump
consistente
along
de
this back
hacerlo.
wall, kill this gunner.
Si es lo más consistente, pues lo haremos así, pero...
Drop down, jump up here, get this grapple. Shimmy over to this guy, kill him. And then just sprint through. Hang on this ledge, kill him. And then take the right pathing along here. And then jump down. This guy won't aggro to you if you take that pathing.
Viene ahora 100
Okay,
pies.
so here's a strat you want to use for giraffe. This is a separate clip than the actual video I was using before. Just because I ended up getting hit to him. Because I wasn't used to the Akko strat versus a Yash. Because I've been doing sword only for so long that I've like completely forgot how to fight this guy with Mortal Draw. But basically, you want to go in and you want to immediately R1 him. And if you R1 him, if you guys can hear my dad's alarm in the background, I apologize. He's extremely irresponsible, but that's besides the point. So you want to run in, and you want to immediately R1. It doesn't matter if you get a blocked hit or a body hit. Literally doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then after the 5th, you want to dash. And whenever you dash, you want to jump. And then hold slightly back on the stick. See how I kind of back up a little bit? And then you'll do a jumping mortal draw twice. And then you'll kind of angle here to his back, and then just do 3 MBs and he's dead. If he isn't against the wall, like let's say he's out here, he'll just roll away, and you're just screwed. So you have to get him at this wall. So just do that strat. Here's the video.
Acco. Golpe normal. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dash. Salto hacia atrás. Mortal Blade. Le quita una vida. Salto en la espalda. Mortal Blade. Mortal Blade y lo mata. Vale. Habrá que practicarlo también.
Okay. So now once you kill him, you just get this door here. And there's a little patch that you want to jump on. Right here, you want to jump like at this patch. I actually jump a little bit to the right of it, but it's fine. It's really not that big of a deal. As long as you're just in that general area, you won't take any fall damage. I believe if you're on the left side, you can't take fall damage and die. Or gray screen. So you'll get this idol. This is a very important idol.
Vale, si coge este ídolo es que va a hacer el atajo de... No, obviamente, primero irá por la monja y luego irá por el simio.
It'll jump on the right side of that. And then this is a pretty interesting jump. You can go and get Ape's idol and then run back to the intended way. But if you just jump up here, once you get to this patch right here, right in front of this patch here, you can jump and then like hug the left side of this like mountain down here, or cliff, and then just get a grapple. You can get the high grapple or the low grapple, it doesn't matter. There's one here and there's one here. I got both to show you. So you just run along here. So here's a very interesting, pretty interesting jump. So you will go along this side. Once you reach the left side of this bridge, you will jump, but before you hit the edge of the bridge, if that makes sense. So if you run along a ledge, at least this ledge, there's a bunch of other ledges like it in the game. you'll get collision, and your character will stop running, and it'll like stay hugging the ledge. You want to jump before you get that collision, so your character doesn't hug the ledge. And then you'll get the grapple.
Vale. Hay que practicar bien ese salto, pues si no
Or
nos
grapple up
matamos.
here. Grapple up here. No need to get that confetti. It's not important for Shura. Grapple. It's kind of precise here, so you just grapple here, 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 and you can jump or dash to get to this guy, and then immediately crouch. Okay, so that's where my strats differ a little bit. Sometimes I crouch, sometimes I immediately jump. So when you deathblow this guy, you can immediately crouch, and if you crouch, Snake Eyes will not notice you, and you can wait until her aggro bar goes all the way down, and then you can jump across for maximum safety, or you can jump immediately, and it will never go above to get to yellow. And if you stay behind her, you can just, and take a tight line, you can stay
Qué raro.
right by her. As soon as you get the death blow, you want to Akko, and then jump MD. And she can give 3 attacks here. She can do the fast one from the right side, the slow one from the left side, or the overhead grab. If she does the overhead grab, it's a little bit tricky. You're gonna have to find a clip of just like a Snake Eyes fight where she gives the grab. But as she's pulling away her weapon, you can parry the grab, and you could just do an MD immediately after that. So she gives the slow attack here, and then you do an MD immediately after, and she's dead.
Vale, a ver, le hace parry y ya está.
MD immediately after, and she's dead. So she gives the slow attack here, and then you do an MD immediately
Vale.
after, and she's dead. And just like that, you're only 10 minutes away from the end of the run. Go get here. Get onto that ledge. You don't need to grab this idol. Jump over here, grab this idol, or grab that grapple, jump and hit him. I missed my hit, but hit him if you can. Pick up these 3 Yashiriku sugars. Jump along here. And right here is snap seeds. You need those. It's 3 exactly. Those are very important for Monk.
Vale, truco del árbol. A ver.
Okay, I'm sorry about all the jump cuts. My cat's got into something.
Ah, no
There's
lo
a pretty
explica.
interesting jump here.
Ah, vale, sí. Lo va a explicar, digo, joder. Ha pasado
You just
del...
want to run all the way along here. And once you get here, you kind of want to stay on the edge. And then you'll jump up on this branch here. And you'll jump up here.
Ah,
And that skips
vale.
Tokujiro.
Tampoco lo he explicado mucho, pero bueno, ya está. Habrá que practicar ese salto bien.
And this fight's really tough. You're just going to have to practice her. There's not really much that I can tell you. Very, very difficult to explain. Pick up that Yash. Once you get to the right side of this bush, you can jump and you'll get this grapple here. You run along this bridge and then get this grapple point up here by this villager. That grapple point. Swim 6 times and then you'll get this grapple up here. That grapple. And then here you'll switch around your inventory. You'll swap Alkos for Yash and you'll swap Gachin for Snap Seeds.
A ver, esto quiero verlo otra vez, que ha cambiado. Vale. Vale, cambia el caramelo ese que es como más fuerte contra las estas. Vale.
So this is an interesting cheese. I actually messed it up uh, very slightly because I accidentally switched over to my homeward bone and almost use it. Um, but what you'll do is there's a patch of lanterns up here. This patch here. You'll, after these lanterns, you will immediately curve. And then when you get to the left side, do not go along this right side, because if you go along the right side, it's actually in her line of sight, and she'll see you, and the cheese won't work. So you want to stay on the left side here of this patch, and then you'll snap seed 3 times. 1, 2, 3. You'll dash to the corner of the stairs, and you'll use your 6 ash on her. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Jump back, jump across, boom.
¿Saldrá esto la primera?
Little in-depth explanation here. So you're gonna, there's a lantern here, or not lantern, but right here. It's kind of hard to see, but the way the camera's facing, there's a not lantern, but like a steeple. I don't know what you would call it, but a tower, I guess. That you can jump off of. So you'll jump up and then off of it, and then you could just jump to her. That right there.
A ver si sale esto bien.
And then here you'll just run through. And as soon as you pick up the shelter stone, you can just immediately bone the last idol, and it'll take you back to Riven Cave, which is the idol you got after Giraffe, if you didn't grab any other idols. If you take another idol for safety, then you'll just have to teleport to Riven Cave. But I don't grab any idols after that, so I just go straight back.
Vale. Le queda el simio y los 2 jefes del final.
No, there's gonna be another jump cut whenever I cut to the ape fight, because again I got hit in this video. It's the ape, Omegalol. Just take the same pathing. You'll jump up, get that grapple, grapple onto the hands, grapple here, grapple onto those hands. Just sprint down, jump over these guys, hug the left side over here. If those monkeys stay on the left, otherwise they can hit you. I've never been hit by them, but and then you'll run to this side of the hand and then jump off, grapple. Okay, and I'm gonna jump cut here. Okay, so if you go past this tree, he will aggro to you. So you want to Yashiriku before you get to this tree. Or like, yeah, like before you get past that tree. If you're flush with it, I'm not exactly sure how it works, but just try to stay a little bit behind it. And then whenever you start to see him fully turn around, like here, see how he's fully like starting to turn? That's whenever you want to jump MD. So do 1, 2, and then 2 attacks. 1, 2. And then as he lands his right hand, or your right, his left hand on the ground, you'll attack him 5 times. Normally. Sometimes there's a little bit of a... Sometimes he wants to be a little bit quirky. And stagger early. So you kind of just want to attack him until he gets to a big stagger, and then you'll do 2 hits. 5 or 3, depending. I think it's 3. It's either 2 or 3. I think it actually happens here. See how he does that, and then right hand on the ground. 2, 3, 4, 5. Big stagger. 1, 2. Right hand on the ground. 5. And I'll replay that for you.
Sí, por favor. Vale. Cuando se gira y tal,
1,
salto.
2,
2 de estos.
1,
1,
2,
2. Espera
1,
que apoye la
2,
mano.
3. That
5.
time he staggered early,
Espera que
so
apoye la
another
mano.
2 hits. 4, 5. 1, 2.
Apoya la
1,
mano.
2, 3. And he's dead. I was getting headshots there, but you don't have to get headshots if you don't want to.
Vale.
The headshots aren't important, it just deals more damage.
Parece bastante consistente.
So phase 2 is interesting. You
Habrá que
definitely want to have your
practicarlo.
Yash. So you will Yash whenever he puts his hand on his head. So like whenever his hand is fully on his head. I actually use an MD here because I don't have the amount of emblems that you would normally. Because it was a save state that I had to use because I got hit. So if you see, whenever he puts his hand on his head, I Yash and then do 1R1. The R1 there is super important because he has super armor. So if you were to just try to immediately MD, it would not cancel the scream. So you have to get an R1 in because it makes his poise go up a little bit higher, and so the MD kills or staggers him. So whenever he screams, you can do an MD after you have an R1 in store, which is why I do another R1 there. If he does this move, you do 2 attacks, dash to his right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, backstep, parry, jump MD, and he's dead. You're gonna have to test out different RNGs and stuff for him.
Sí.
Again, if you have any questions, I'm definitely down to answer them if you post it in the comments.
Va a haber que practicar mucho esta pelea. Va a haber que practicar mucho esa pelea. Va a ser, yo creo que de las más difíciles de la run.
So here you just bone the last communed. It'll take you back right where you need to go. And then once you get here, you'll use your memory. And then you'll run through here. And then I'll have to jump cut again once I get to Emanation. So you want to stay along the right side here. So this guy doesn't aggro to you. So you stay around the right. He'll aggro to him, and then you could just jump over. Now, if you want to, you can pick up this Yash. You don't have to if you don't want to. If you want to do one Yash Ishin, then go for it. If not, then grab that extra Yash there. So here, you'll swim through, and then once this guy reaches his like hand on his weapon, he like grabs his weapon, then you can run through. If you run through like immediately, he can jump down. Whenever he jumps down, he hits you. You just don't want that to happen. So just take this line. You'll jump up here, grapple, and then jump off to the left side. So this guy's throwing knife misses you. Jump off to the left side. So this guy's throwing knife misses you.
Vale. Vale. Emanation.
And then you have to make sure to choose the first option. Otherwise, it'll do a different ending. And jump cut. Okay, so this is Emanation. You want to immediately Yash at the start of the fight. And then dash. She tends to open with a Makiri. Do 2 attacks after a Makiri. Then you want to bait normal blocks on her. You don't want to go for deflects. Just because it's easier to bait her into other attacks and like keep her in a certain rhythm. So you'll just attack her once, she'll block, parry her attack her once, she'll block, parry her attack, over and over again. Go for a block, once she blocks, parry hers, parry hers. If she grabs, go around to the right. She blocks, parry her attack.
Joder, visto así parece fácil, Emma.
She's honestly not that bad. Not that bad at all. So at the very start of the fight, I didn't realize it was that quick. At the very start of the fight, we used another Yashariku. and then whenever he charges you, you'll do an R1. You're just gonna have to learn this guy. You kind of want to keep him in this loop of attack, attack, parry. It's a really difficult fight to learn. There's not really much that I can explain. This is just a really good like showcase of the fight.
Vamos,
You just kind of
que hay
want to
que
keep him in
practicarlo,
this
ya
loop.
está. No hay una estrategia.
Once he deflects you, you deflect his attack and continue. Now, if you kill him on a Makiri like that, if you'll notice that I killed him on a Makiri, don't yash and do an MD. Do not yash. You will get hit. If you kill him on anything other than a Makiri, you can yash and then do an MD. But if you kill him on a Makiri, you cannot MD. Or yash. So you'll wait for him to go into the attack, and then you'll do an MD. Normally you would yash there and then do an MD. So it's just react to his attacks, 2 hits, react to his attack, 2 hits, over and over again for phase 2. So if you watch at the start, I'll do an MD and then I'll attack him twice and then I'll react to his attack, do an MD, just over and over again. It's the same kind of loop. 1, 2, react, MD. 1, 2, react, MD.
Vale.
And boom.
Vale.
That's the Shura guide. This will put you at about, I believe my IGT for this run was like 35 minutes, I think. 35. So you'll probably be at like 35 to 40. Pretty fast run. Really fun. If you want to, follow my Twitch. If you want to subscribe to the YouTube, go for it. Join the Discord, all that jazz. Like the video, turn on the bell.
Vale, pues
You know, the YouTube.
Pues ya está, ¿vale? Hasta aquí la guía, ya digo, de Ashen Dev, ¿vale? La consultaré frecuentemente, seguro. Pues para tomar notas y para practicar cositas, pero bueno, hasta aquí la hemos visto la guía entera, ¿vale? Así que vamos a dar algún try, ¿no? Vamos a dar algún try. Mm, vale, voy a cerrar esto. Vamos a jugar, ya digo, con los mods. Voy a poner esto ahí. Ya digo, esto ahora mismo no voy a tener en cuenta, no voy a contar los hits, no voy a contar los splits ni nada, pero ya está, simplemente por tenerlo ahí en pantalla, ¿vale? Esto por aquí. Y ya digo, a ver si me da tiempo a hacer una run entera. ¿Cuánto llevo en directo? 1 hora, vale, justo lo que ha tardado el vídeo, 1 hora y pico. Vale, entonces vamos a... Tengo la partida de ayer, que la voy a borrar. Y vamos a darle nueva partida. Vale, mods. Mods. Vamos a poner vida infinita. Nada, se están cargando los mods todavía. Voy a esperar a que se carguen los mods y ahora los pongo. A ver si se cargan de una vez. Están tardando mucho en cargar. Joder, qué raro que está tardando mucho en cargar los mods. A ver. Está tardando muchísimo en cargar los mods. Ya digo, no sé, estoy flipando. No suele tardar tanto en cargarlos. No sé por qué está tardando ahora un montón en... Si veo que no es eso, cierro y lo vuelvo a abrir. No sé por qué no funciona.
忍びよ目覚めてください。
Ya digo, me está extrañando que tarde tanto en cargar... En cargar los mods. No sé si cerrar y volver a abrir. Es raro que tarde tanto. Voy a cerrar y volver a abrir lo de los mods. Igual no lo ha detectado bien o... No sé si es que tengo que ejecutar como administrador el juego, no sé. Ya digo, ayer lo puse y no me dio problemas en ningún momento. Voy a darle un tiempo a ver si lo hace bien y si no, pues vuelvo a cerrar el juego y volverlo a abrir. No los carga, ¿eh? Qué raro. Voy a cerrar el juego y volverlo a abrir. No está cargando los mods por algún motivo. Voy a cerrar y volver a abrir. Un segundo. Quitar esto. Sekiro. No. Joder, qué raro, ¿no? Voy a ver, seleccionar. ¿Está bien puesto la dirección del juego? Vale, ahora parece que sí. A ver. Vida infinita. Vale, sí se activa. Parece que ahora sí. Vale, voy a poner la pantalla. O esto. Vale, vida infinita, guardia infinita. Duración de los buff infinito también. Es que eso no sé si me puede molestar en algún caso. Lo voy a quitar de momento, o sea, no lo voy a activar. Y objetos ilimitados. Vale. Vale, ahora debería estar. Debería estar ya. Vida infinita, guardia infinita y objetos ilimitados. Vamos a ver. Vale, aquí era soltarse y saltar. ¿Cómo era esto? O dejarse caer. No sé. ¿Habrá algún mod? Creo que había un mod para quitar los tutoriales. Debería probarlo. Todos estos tutoriales los puedo quitar. Ah, y tenía que coger estas cenizas. Vale, tenía que no caerme aquí. Fuck. Joder, ¿por qué no salta bien? Cojones. Aquí. No, no salta. ¿Por qué no salta? Ay, no sé. ¿Cómo? 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 Vamos a empezar. ¿Qué acaba de pasar? Porque he hablado con Kuro. ¿Por qué no sale? Si he hablado con Kuro, ¿por qué no me dice que no lo deje atrás? A ver, no. No le da. No. No. Qué raro. O sea, tengo que hablar con Kuro después de... No sé. Por algún motivo parece que no... O no he terminado, no he agotado todo el diálogo que tenía que haber agotado, o no sé. Cancelar lo de iniciar sesión. Cancelar. Nueva partida. Vale, la carta esta no hace falta que la coja. Estamos bien. Empezamos bien. Vale, ahora sí, ¿no? Ay, no tenía que haber caído aquí. Joder, estoy espesito con los saltos, ¿eh? Estoy espesito con los saltos. Ahora sí me deja entrar aquí. Madre mía, vaya comienzo. Vale, Genichiro. No quería hacer eso. Ahí no tengo que alejarme ahí. Ah, mal. Ah, bastante mal, bastante mal. Bastante mal. Bastante mal. Ya lo practicaremos y ya saldrá mejor. Voy a ver si me puedo poner luego el mod de quitar todos estos tutoriales, porque sí que es verdad que molesta mucho que salgan tantos tutoriales al principio. Y quiero recordar que había un mod para quitarlos. Vale, aquí tenía que coger esto. No, ahí no he hecho bien ese... Tenía que como que girarme un poco a la izquierda para engancharme ahí. Es complicado eso. Vale, y ahora aquí tenía que abrir el menú y ponerme las cenizas. No, tenía que ponerme solo esto y esto, creo. No, esto, las cenizas y esto. Creo. No estoy seguro. Y ahora vengo aquí. Aquí en las escaleras me tiro el gachín. Y ahora aquí salto para que estos enemigos no me pillen agro. Me agacho. No sé, ahí. No sé. Definitivamente hay algo hecho mal. Salen un montón de tutoriales, es horrible. Joder, qué mal. Definitivamente necesito el mod de los tutoriales. Es horrible, todo el rato salen tutoriales. Me agarra, en serio. Vaya paliza me está dando. No. Ya digo, ya lo practicaremos mejor. Ya lo practicaremos mejor. Este está siendo el primer amago de práctica, o sea que normal que salgan un montón de cosas mal. Que tampoco pasa nada. Ya saldrá mejor. Vale, tengo que cancharme para no hacerme daño. Y ahora a ver si sale esto. Era saltar aquí. No me sale. No, es complicado ese salto. Es muy complicado ese salto. ¿Cómo tenía que saltar esto? Saltar aquí. Y de aquí saltar aquí. Y ahora aquí podría hacer este salto. No, no me ha salido bien. Muy arriesgado eso. O me sale consistente o mejor no hacerlo. Y aquí es saltar a este tronco. De este tronco saltar aquí. Imagino que puedo llegar sin engancharme, pero bueno. No. Joder, ¿cómo se hacía eso? Se supone que cuando llegaba al bloque de hielo me podía... A ver. No lo he hecho bien. No lo he hecho bien. Nada, no lo he hecho bien. Esto hay que practicarlo mejor. No lo he hecho bien. Hay que practicar eso mejor. Vale, ahora voy por aquí. Cojo esto. Salto aquí. Vale. 4. ¿Cómo era esto? No me acuerdo ya. No me acuerdo ya cómo era. Ya digo, solo he visto una vez el tutorial, obviamente pues hay muchas cosas que se me olvidan. Tendré que practicarlo bien todo. No sé, muy mal, muy mal, muy mal. Vale, ahora sí, tiraba esto. No sé. Bastante mal, la verdad. La primera vez bastante mal. Joder, lo de los tutoriales es increíble, ¿eh? Hasta que no haces un speedrun no te das cuenta de la cantidad de tutoriales que te popean en pantalla.
なるならばこの足根津それどうじゃせことはき
Hasta que no estás haciendo un speedrun no te das cuenta de la cantidad de puto tutorial que te sale en pantalla, ¿eh? Amazing. Vale, tenía que descansar aquí. Creo, ¿no? Subir. Más tutoriales, que sí. Cállate. Mejorar poder de ataque, Gyobu. He hecho mal esto. Tengo que venir por aquí, yo creo. Y desde aquí saltar aquí, sí. Coger este dulce. Y ahora ya aquí voy en línea recta. Ahí me han pillado agro esos enemigos, no deberían haber pillado agro. 1, 2. Pongo aquí, caramelo. Más tutoriales. Claro, tengo enemigos en la espalda que no debería tener. A ver si me sale esto. Daseo. ¿Cómo era esto? El dash, aunque sea, quiero hacerlo bien. Era aquí. No. Más tutoriales. Vale. Vale. Quiero controlar el tema del dash Esto es una cosa que he aprendido, esto sí que lo voy a parar. Esto es una cosa que he aprendido antes en otra guía. Es que hay dos tipos de dashes en el Sekiro, ¿vale? Está el dash que haces hacia adelante y luego están los dashes laterales y hacia atrás. Los dashes laterales y hacia atrás tienen 6 iframes, 6 frames de invulnerabilidad. Y los dashes que haces hacia adelante tienen 9 frames de invulnerabilidad. Es decir, te interesa siempre hacer dashes hacia adelante que hacia los lados o hacia atrás. Porque hacia adelante tienes más iframes. Entonces en el Sekiro tú haces los dashes laterales y hacia atrás cuando tienes al enemigo fijado y daseas hacia adelante, hacia atrás, o sea, hacia los lados o hacia atrás. En cambio, si tú no tienes al enemigo fijado, siempre daseas hacia adelante. Entonces una cosa que he visto antes que hacen mucho los speedrunners y esta gente para tener más iframes es eso, es cuando tienen que esquivar un ataque, dejar de fijar al enemigo. Entonces al dejar de fijar al enemigo y dasear, siempre haces el dash hacia adelante. Entonces siempre tienes 9 iframes en lugar de 6. Entonces esto es un poco lo que estoy practicando, de tener fijado al toro y cuando veo que voy a tener que dasear, le dejo de fijar y automáticamente hago un dash hacia adelante y tengo 9 iframes en lugar de 6. ¿Veis? Le dejo de fijar y daseo hacia adelante. Esto es lo que estoy practicando ahora. ¿Veis? Y esquivo mucho más fácil. En cambio, si esquivo con el toro fijado, esquivo hacia los lados, esquivo hacia atrás, en lugar de 9 tengo 6 iframes. ¿Veis? Y me golpea, con 6 iframes me golpea la mayoría de veces. Pero con 9 esquivo mucho mejor. Ahí no. A ver. Vale. Ya está, como todo hay que practicarlo más, pero bueno, más o menos el tema de los dashes y tal. Ya digo, igualmente hay que practicarlo mucho más esto. Obviamente.
静まったようじゃな。あれ、賊兵、まだ生きておるぞ。皆
¿Me saldrá esto? No me va a salir ni de coña. El truco este que hemos visto de saltar aquí en la sombra. No me va a salir ni de coña. Y si hay enemigos aquí, peor. Voy a matarlos. Nada, para que me dejen en paz y pueda practicar esto. Era aquí, cuando estaba acabando la sombra. Madre mía, por favor. A ver si me dejan en paz ya de una vez. Vale, la referencia era la sombra esta, cuando acababa esta sombra. Era como saltar, apoyarse en la pared. Pues, no sé, sin haberlo hecho nunca, no sé si me va a salir esto. ¡Ay! ¡Ey! Casi, 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 vale. Por lo menos hemos apoyado en la pared. A ver. Vale. Algo así, es muy complicado. Tendré que verme una guía en concreto solo para este salto, yo creo. Porque luego la otra opción que yo conozco, que es un poco más lento, obviamente. Ven aquí. Ven aquí. Vale, el otro atajo que yo conozco es el de engancharse a esta pared y saltar a ese tejado. Y engancharse a ese tejado, pero también es un salto complicado. Creo que es más fácil que el otro, pero igualmente es complicado. No, ya digo, voy a ir ahora por el camino normal y luego ya practicaré el salto de fuera en concreto, lo practicaré con detalle. Ahora no sé hacerlo, entonces vamos a ir por el camino normal y ya está. hay un jefe aquí que voy a tener que pelear, que normalmente no tendría que pelear este jefe, pero es lo que hay. Me puedo poner el de matar de un golpe. Asesinar de un solo golpe. Vale, me lo quito. Y listo. Un problema menos. Vale, vamos con Genichiro. Ya digo, ese salto tengo que mirarme un tutorial específico para hacer ese salto y practicarlo bien, porque no me sale. Ay, lo he hecho mal, tenía que haber hecho esto. Ah, y era algo así para encerrarlo, ¿no? Así lo puedo volver a hacer. Quiero encerrarlo aquí. ¿Vale? No. Se me ha olvidado por completo que tenía que encerrarlo. Me he puesto a pegarle sin... ¿Vale? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Estoy sorprendido que me haya salido. Ha hecho tarde ahí. No, Genichiro. Métete en la esquina. Bueno, da igual. Bueno, ha salido más o menos. Más o menos ha salido el glitch ese de Genichiro. Vale, la tercera fase sí que hay que pelearla normal. Entonces la tercera fase es pasito atrás. Ahí tengo que irme. No tengo que saltar ahí. No, a ver, vamos al centro, Genichiro. Vámonos al centro. Estamos ahí en la esquina y no me gusta. Bueno. Ya digo, a lo largo de estos días practicaremos... Por ejemplo, el matar a los jefes sin yo tener daño, simplemente el pegarles y ya digo, yo no hacerles daño, porque ahora los mato muy rápido porque tengo vida infinita y entonces los destrozo. Pero tengo que poner un día a jugar, rollo, sin yo poder hacerles daño o bajarme el daño al mínimo con mods. Bajarme el daño al mínimo para poder practicar la pelea, porque es que ahora mismo no estoy... siento que no estoy practicando nada. Vale, aquí hablamos con Kuro. Ayudar a Kuro. Ahora voy a hacer cosas. Tengo que hablar con él otra vez, creo. Ya tengo que... esto y volver a hablar con él. Vale, y ahora descansamos aquí. Mejoro con el este de Genichiro. Seguimos otra vez con Kuro.
一心立つよしこちら
Vale, y ahora ya nos vamos aquí. Vale, y ahora me dejo caer por aquí. ¿Hay alguna opción? Es que de verdad que... Ahora que estoy haciendo speedrun, es como de verdad. ¿Pueden dejar de salirme tutoriales, por favor? Fijación automática, objetivo automático, vibración, opciones de cámara, imagen, configuración del mando, opciones de red. No había una opción para desactivar. No había una opción para desactivar los tutoriales. Es que es un coñazo que me salgan cada vez que quiero hacer cualquier cosa. Subtítulos no, interfaz, ajustar brillo, calidad de imagen, del mando, configuración de teclas. No sé, ya digo, miraré. Me suena mucho que había un mod para desactivar los tutoriales. Lo miraré si lo puedo instalar.
落ちみれしなそうしみしまそう
Ya está, ¿no? Creo que con eso ya era
ゆく
suficiente.
かかまか
O tenía que hablar sobre el paradero de la espada inmortal.
石油不思議たまさゆくかで
Vale, y ahora tenía que usar esto. Ídolo del templo desolado. Creo recordar que tenía que hacer eso, ahora dudo. Me ha dado lo de las habilidades. No tengo lo de las habilidades. ¿Qué he hecho mal? Me falta algo por hacer. Ah, vale, ahora. Vale. Tengo que hablar con él 2 veces. Vale, y ahora venimos aquí y nos teletransportamos al castillo de Asina. Vale, y ahora salto por aquí. Nada, ahí podía coger unos dulces. Lo voy a coger por si acaso. Tenía que ir por aquí.
そこのご人
Vale, cojo esto. Cojo esto. ¿Cómo era esto? Yo venía de aquí, creo que podía saltar directamente, ¿no? Desde aquí puedo saltar directamente. Ahí. Ahí. Ahora tengo que saltar a este tío por encima. Me voy aquí a la izquierda. Me he hecho mal el salto este. Me he hecho mal el salto. Saltar aquí y de aquí saltar pegado a la izquierda. No se va a caer. Madre mía. En fin, sin comentarios. Vale, ahora he tirado uno de estos. ¿No? ¿O no hacía falta aquí? Igual no hacía falta tirarla aquí. Vale, ahora podía esquivar a este enemigo saltando así. No me detecta. Y puedo entrar por aquí sin problema. Vale, ahora para los monos. Me han detectado el mono, no tendría que haberme detectado. Creo. No, ya le hemos liado. Ya le hemos liado en los monos. Ya liada. Liada. Voy a pasar de ese mono. Voy a pasar de ese mono y luego para el otro. Ah, qué mal lo estoy haciendo. Qué mal lo estoy haciendo, joder, qué rabia. Me han detectado ya porque no tengo el sigilo. Ah, qué rabia. Voy a abusar de los caramelos estos. Saber dónde están ahora los monos. Saber dónde están ahora los monos. Me falta el rojo y el morado, creo. Ya digo, tengo que ver guías específicas para algunas cosas porque quieras que no, con la guía esa pues no te queda todo claro explicado. Hay cosas que tengo que ver guías mucho más concretas. Y ahora el otro mono, ¿dónde está? Falta el morado, creo, ¿no? Buena esa. Sí, me falta el morado. ¿Dónde ha ido? ¿Puedo subir ahí arriba? Vale, ya digo, para los monos imagino que habrá guías específicas de, mira, haz esto, te vas a este sitio, utilizas este objeto, tal, 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 y está todo medido. Porque ya digo, la gente que haces piernas y tal lo tiene súper consistente, entonces hay seguro alguna guía que tengo que mirarme específicamente para hacer los monos.
Nani
Nani.
抜こ
Vale, tenemos la espada mortal. Entonces ahora había que ponerse aquí en artes de combate el desenfundado mortal. Y adquirir habilidades. Mikiri. Esto, esto, esto y esto. Y viajar a la habitación de Kuro, creo recordar. Vale, ahora había que coger esta llave aquí. No tenía que hacer eso, definitivamente. Vale, y ahora me iba por aquí. La esquina, salto. O esto, salto. No. Me he enganchado donde no tenía que haberme enganchado. Salto aquí arriba. Salto aquí. Vale, ahora está este salto, bien. Aquí creo que me tenía que haber tirado un caramelo. Sí, porque me están disparando. Tenía que haberme tirado un caramelo ahí. Definitivamente tenía que haberme tirado un caramelo. Ya me han pillado agro, así que no sé si va a funcionar, pero bueno. Vale, subo por aquí. Aquí voy pegado a la izquierda. Y salto. What? Tenía que haberme enganchado ahí. Ya digo, esto ya todo lo estoy haciendo mal porque ya me han detectado, no tendrían que haberme detectado. Pero bueno. ¿Dónde tengo que ir ahora? Por aquí. Creo que iba por otro sitio, no sé, tengo que repasar el camino este. Este camino tengo que repasarlo bien. No lo he hecho bien. Vale, y ahora aquí era caramelo. Un golpe. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Y había que esquivar eso, no sé, ahí lo he hecho mal. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Esquivo, salto. 1, 2, No sé, lo he hecho mal ahí. Y ahora salto a la espalda. No, lo estoy haciendo mal todo. Estoy haciendo mal todo. He tenido que saltar a la espalda. No sé, todo mal. Hay que repasar esto bien porque no. Estoy haciendo todo mal. Pero bueno, ya digo, es normal. O sea, es el primer día que hacemos una práctica medio en condiciones después de hacer una guía. O sea, es normal que no salga nada bien. Ya habrá tiempo de que salga bien. Vale, aquí había que saltar así. Ahí hubiese muerto. O sea que algo he hecho mal. Algo he hecho mal ahí. Vale, aquí es importante descansar. Había que hacer algo aquí. De hecho, ya que descanso en este ídolo, podría utilizar aquí las habilidades. Bueno, no, realmente no. Las habilidades, nada. Poder de ataque. Los monos del biombo, pues verdad, que no los he subido. Claro, tenía que haber subido el ataque antes. Se me ha olvidado también. Vale, ya vamos por aquí. A ver si me sale este salto. Era por aquí. Sí, y ahora aquí saltar. Pegado a la izquierda. Me engancho ahí. A cualquiera de los dos árboles me puedo enganchar, ¿no? No sé si necesito tener aquí el caramelo del sigilo. No, tenía que ir por arriba. Tenía que ir por aquí arriba, creo, ¿no? No, estoy yendo por el camino que no era. Vale, y ahora aquí tengo que saltar. Lo he hecho mal. Lo he hecho mal, el salto lo he hecho mal. Que ya no sé si puedo hacerlo bien, a lo mejor ya no puedo hacerlo. O me sale a la primera o no lo puedo hacer quizá. Ah, puede ser que no me salga ahora. A lo mejor tengo que volver al ídolo y repetirlo. O mira, si spawneo aquí. Si spawneo aquí quizá lo puedo hacer. Este camino, ya digo, este camino tampoco me lo sé. Entonces tengo que aprenderme bien este camino. Yo creo que es por aquí arriba, ¿no? Y ahora saltar aquí. A lo mejor ya no puedo hacer esto, ¿eh? Creo que no voy a poder hacer esto. ¿Lo puedo hacer de la otra forma? Sí, lo puedo hacer de la forma lenta. Ya digo, esto tengo que practicarlo. A lo mejor ahora mientras se recupera. Nada. Vale, nada, lo voy a hacer de la forma lenta. Que es esta. Esta es la forma lenta de hacerlo. Ay, me da. Y me da. Joder. Por favor. Y el mono ya no está. No me jodas que ahora no está el mono. Ay, de verdad. Qué coñazo esto. Ahora no tengo mono para hacerlo. Pues tenemos un problema. Puedo baitear que me ataque. No sé cómo voy a pasar entonces. Vale, me sirve. ¡Qué coñazo! ¡Qué coñazo! Vale, salto aquí. Ahora tenía que saltar... ¿Dónde? Tenía que saltar ahí, creo. Aquí arriba. Vale, y ahora... creo que necesito el caramelo del sigilo. Ay, mierda, no me tenía que haber detectado. Le quito una vida a este. Vale, y ahora era caramelo. Salto. Salto. Lo he hecho mal. Vale. Más o menos. Más o menos. Ya está, ya digo. Es el primer intento. Bastante que más o menos estamos tirando para adelante. Ya tendremos tiempo estos días de que salga mejor. Bastante de momento con que estemos tirando con la run. Ahora hay que aprenderse el camino, aprenderse los objetos que hay que coger y ya está. Vale, subimos por aquí. Hay que engancharse a este árbol. Creo que había que pegarle un golpe al pollo para que no te... asegurarte de que no te ataque. Y ahora había que caerle por aquí, coger estos dulces, subir aquí y por aquí a la derecha, coger estas semillas. Y ahora abajo por aquí. ¿No? ¿Por dónde era? Por aquí. Un poquito de árbol truco. Árbol truco a la primera. Árbol truco a la primera. Cogemos los dulces. Vamos por aquí. Mierda. Podía enganchar a un sitio. Podía enganchar aquí para bajar más rápido. Ya digo, todo esto al final lo tendré que ir perfeccionando con el tiempo. Vale, y me tengo que equipar las semillas estas, el dulce de no sé qué. Y las semillas. Y ahora a ver si esto me sale bien a la primera. ¿Necesitaba tirármelo de la invisibilidad? Creo que no. Ir por aquí pegado. Y ahora aquí girar. Uno. Y no me ha salido bien. No me ha salido bien. No ha salido bien, pero bueno, lo hemos intentado. No ha salido bien, pero se ha intentado. Le voy a instaquilear. Le voy a instaquilear porque me tengo que ir ya dentro de poco y quiero darme prisa. Y ya digo, es un jefe que si lo hago bien no debería ni tener que pelearlo. Entonces le voy a meter un poquito de instakill. Vale, pillamos esto. Y nos vamos al último ídolo conectado. Aquí tengo que ver luego cuál es el camino más corto para llegar y tal, porque ahora voy un poco a... Voy un poco a la aventura sin saber realmente cuál es el camino más corto. Vale, y ahora aquí antes de llegar al árbol, dulce. No es así como se tenía que hacer, estoy improvisando totalmente. He improvisado totalmente. No es así como se tenía que hacer. Ya digo, solo hemos visto una guía, entonces obviamente pues todavía no me he aprendido nada, me he quedado un poco con lo general, pero no... Ahora era cuando se cogía la cabeza, tenía que tomar el caramelo, ¿puede ser? Ah, y tenía que pegarle, es verdad, tenía que pegar un golpe normal y luego hacer esto para interrumpirle el grito. No sé. No sé, ya digo, estoy improvisando totalmente. Estoy improvisando totalmente. Vale, creo que no hace falta que te... Ya está, no hace falta que mate al gusano. Cojo esto. Y me voy a... Joder, con los tutoriales, tío. Pesado con los tutoriales. Me voy al... Tengo que tepe... Sí, ¿no? Tengo que tepearme aquí, sí. Creo que sí, ahora mismo dudo. O sea, me tengo que ir ya al castillo y ya al terminar el juego, pero no sé. No sé, he dudado. Creo que también tenía que haberme consumido antes de pelear con el mono lo de la monja y no lo he consumido. No sé, o sea, me estoy olvidando muchas cosas como es normal. Ah, mira, automáticamente spawné aquí. Vale, genial. Ya digo, me estoy olvidando de muchas cosas que... Ya digo, es el primer día, es normal que me olvide cosas. Ya iremos, poco a poco iremos cogiendo esas cosillas. Vale, me he dejado el del simio guardián y el de la monja. Ya digo, quiero terminar rápido porque me tengo que ir ya. Y estoy un poco ya con las prisas. Salto a este enemigo. Caigo al agua. Tutoriales del agua. Vemos. ¿Por qué no puedo enganchar? Vale, espero que el enemigo apoye ahí. Y ahora voy para que no me golpee. Y ahora aquí. Saltar ahí, saltar aquí. Aquí arriba. Ahí tenía que haberme enganchado ahí arriba. Fuck. Tenía que haberme enganchado ahí arriba. A ver si lo puedo repetir. A ver, lo quiero repetir, era. Ahí, ahí, ahí. Ahora aquí arriba. Vale, y ahora tengo que acercarme un poco más y engancharme ahí arriba. Y ahora me engancho aquí y tengo que ir como a la izquierda para que no me golpee por detrás el cuchillo. No sé, ya digo. Tengo todavía que pulir muchas cosas. Voy a hacer el código y traicionar a Kuro. Empezamos genial. ¿Puedo hacerlo bien, por favor? No sé, horrible, horrible todo, horrible todo. Horrible todo. Pero bueno, ya digo, voy con prisa, vamos a hacer esto salga como salga y luego ya estos días lo iremos puliendo. Haremos días de solo practicar jefes hasta que no sepamos ese jefe de memoria y... como todas las no-hits. Ah. Me ha pegado 3 veces lo mismo. En fin, horrible todo, horrible. en fin, ya está, ya está. Ya está, sin comentarios. Sin comentarios.
Sekiro yo. Kite. Yarennu ka.
Sin comentarios sobre este primer... es que no lo voy a llamar ni run porque no ha sido una run. Esta primera práctica, sin comentarios. Queda mucho por pulir. Queda mucho por pulir. Vale, lo voy a dejar por aquí. Ya digo, tengo un poquito de prisa. Entonces ya digo, de aquí en adelante, pues estos días obviamente va a ser pulir cosas. Hay que pulir todo. O sea, no me sé todavía ni el camino 100%. Lo primero va a ser aprenderse bien todo el camino. Qué objetos tengo que coger, en qué momento tengo que tomarme los caramelos, en qué momento tengo que subir de nivel, en qué momento tengo que comprar las habilidades. Todo eso tengo que sabérmelo al 100% de memoria. Y luego ya, pues practicar jefes concretos. Rollo, un día coger y decir, vale, vamos hoy a dedicar este día, este directo, a practicar Gyobu. Me voy a poner para que mi personaje no haga daño o haga el menor daño posible. Y full practicar Gyobu, saberse todos los ataques, saber parrear todos los ataques, saber cuándo hay que castigar, cuándo no hay que castigar. Y ya digo, poco a poco ir aprendiéndolo. Son al final 14 jefes. Hay algunos de ellos que son bastante triviales, bastante simples. Entonces al final se te quedan 12 jefes o así. Porque ya digo, hay algún jefe, por ejemplo, como el noble de la niebla o jefes así que son como la monja. En el momento que nos salga lo de la monja, eso ya al final es hacer la strat esa y no hay que pelear ese jefe. Pero jefes que sí que hay que pelear en serio, rollo Isin, Gyobu, jefes así que sí que tengan un set de ataques que tengas que hacer parry y tal, eso va a ser lo que va a llevar más tiempo dominar. Pero bueno, ya está. Ha sido el primer día que nos hemos hecho una primera ruta. Es normal que haya salido fatal, ha salido jodidamente mal todo. Pero bueno, poco a poco pues lo iremos puliendo, ¿vale? Así que nada, lo dejo por aquí y ya digo, tengo un poquito de prisa, si no hasta me planteaba hacer otro intento. Pero bueno, lo dejo por aquí y ya está, ¿vale? Mañana le damos más caña al Sekiro, ¿vale? Vale, hasta mañana. Chao.